Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 33, day 7. Of course, Doom is pretty much over by now. However, if you haven't already completed out, do make sure to do so. It is one of those events where you do have to complete out to floor 26 for it to be considered completed, as well as having all your rewards over there. The only other thing would be leaderboard, which, hey, we actually made top 20 for once. Though not thanks to me, because I think we're like dead last. We're like second to dead last. But, hey, top 20. Anyways, so let's go over all the weekly spoilers first, then we'll go mess with the dungeon. If we can get a perfect dungeon within the next 3 days, we'll be able to go over it Tuesday night, our first dragon. Otherwise, we'll cover it on a video during Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon or so, because that'll be the latest you would have the first one, assuming you got it every single day for the dungeon thing. And hopefully we'll get at least one of these perfects. Obviously, we still have our Dragonite to go do. But yeah, we've got a lot of things going on next week. A lot of things. Like, it's pretty much 6.5 fully being fleshed out as well. As some of the features in 6.5 actually don't take effect until tomorrow. But let's start going into that. First things first, let's go to the official post before we go into other shenanigans related to it. So, if we go over to Gems of War and click over to latest news, we'll do it this way. So, they're just getting the wet event now. Gosh, that was... This was November of last year. So yeah, they're still exactly 9 months behind. That's insane. I just realized that. Because yeah, they're still 9 months behind Nintendo Switch version. That's so weird. Because this was like late November. And it's now late August right now. Which would have been exactly 9 months ago. That's funny. Anyways, Something Blue event. So we're getting ourselves a Stormheim event. Ooh, that means Titan this Thursday then. We end up coming in with a blue-brown. He ends up dealing some damage to an enemy, then converts 5 red to blue gems. That's not that good. But it does have this new mechanic. So it creates a blue giant gem when it takes skull damage. So this is the first troop that's going to be having this mechanic. Well, theoretically, all of the dragons do. However, everyone will have 1 copy of this before you have the dragon. So theoretically, even though the dragons exist, most people aren't getting it until Tuesday or Wednesday. Unless you like double perfect your dungeon, in which case some people have, though very few people. However, realistically, yeah, you'll have this 1 day earlier, 2 days earlier than the dragon. So yeah, it's the new mechanic that came in with the most recent patch, as well as the one that's going to be occurring from the sky. Basically, they're like Doom Skulls, but for a color. They'll give +5 to the mana color and then explode everything around it. So for example, this one will give you +5 blue, and then we'll explode everything around that gem when either taken off the board or destroyed or exploded or however you end up doing it. So overall, the strip's probably going to end up being useless. Not really much of a point in using it. It does have elemental and giant synergy. However, I feel like Farce Troll and a few other things similar to that are just going to be better in most situations. You're not really going to bother with this troop. But he is theoretically the first thing to have this mechanic, though he's definitely going to be among one of the weaker ones due to all the dragons existing, as well as some other ones that we're probably going to be getting throughout the 10-week period. That will probably be way better than it. So as far as the battles, it looks like it's a 15-15 battle system, where the first 15 are the first 2 battles, the 16 to 30 fights are the first 4 battles, and then all the battles, all 6 battles are available once you got into the 31st room. Basically meaning it's probably just rarity order from 31st room onwards, and that's exactly what it seems to be. Is you'll literally just do rarity order, and the only thing you really need to know is that Baldir is better than Fire Giant, and your Fire Mantle is better than Skyrmere. As long as you do that, you should be good to go. That should be the only 2 things you need to know then. Is it both the 2 alphabetically lower ones? It is. So the 2 alphabetically lower ones are better, just don't take Fire Giant. So Baldir and Ural Fire Mantle are better, or Ural Fire Mantle is better than the Skyrmere, and Baldir is better than the Fire Giant. These are going to be the first 2, then the first 4, then all 6. And obviously you just take these 2 whenever you see them, obviously, every single time. Okay, that's not the most straightforward it could be, but less complicated than some we've had in the past, that's for sure. Anyways, let's go over to Terran's World. There's some things not even mentioned on here that are still happening next week as well, but let's go over the ones that are mentioned here, if I could ever spell it correctly. If I could ever even get the words out of there. It won't even let me type in the bar. There we go. So, where should we start? Let's go for the weekly things first. So, let's go and start from here. So, we have Tower of Doom concluding, Faction concluding. Those are both going on right now. And then we have the campaign starting. Of course, we have a brand new campaign going on next week. We don't really have too much of it here, just as a little preview image thingy, as well as spoiling one of the troops that are coming very soon, as well as probably what the thing looks like when it's fully upgraded, a little lore piece, a little icon thing. But anyways, it's going to be primarily based around the giant gems, those ones I was just talking about that give +5 to a color and then explode everything around it. So they're going to be falling from the sky. It's probably going to be most similar to when potions were around, except they're not as broken as potions. They're a lot more balanced. Where basically all 6 of the colors can end up coming down from the sky at any point. So you'll see brown ones, red ones, blue ones, you know, all the 6 standard colors within the game. It will not increase Doom Skulls, however. Anyways, aside from that, Tuesday we have the faction event for the Frostfire Keep, so that has a pretty good freeze fire option. This Wednesday we are getting the Zevirus Cloud, which you can actually see right here. A lot of people probably don't have this yet, including myself. My guild has gotten it probably a couple times by now, I know for sure, at least once. However, this is one of those 6 pets that was added in version 6.2, if I'm not mistaken. Where 6.2 ended up adding 6 different pets that all increase the stats of a specific troop. And this is, I believe, the 4th to last or 3rd to last one of them. I don't remember because I believe I got one out of order, or, you know, just naturally. So I can't actually remember fully. But yeah, we've gotten like 3 or 4 of them now. And this is another one of them. So if you haven't been able to pick it up, including myself, you'll be able to this Wednesday. However, it has been around for a couple months now, actually almost like 4 or 5 months. It's just, I haven't found it yet. Or whenever I have, or, you know, when the guild has, I just haven't been around, logged on at the time. But anyways, so you'll be able to guarantee get it this Wednesday if you haven't already. And even if you already have it, you can get more copies of it. This Thursday, we have class event for Titan, which is still one of the most well-rounded, decent hero classes in the entire game, and still the one I would recommend as a brand new player, as it's just really good at doing everything. And then this weekend, we got ourselves the Vault event. So, of course, I'll be able to farm up a bunch of loot. This is even more relevant than ever, because, of course, there's a big gem sink in the most recent patch. So this will be a good time to go and grind a bunch of gems. Probably the best time to be able to do so. So a good idea to grind that. We definitely will be. We'll be doing some pretty big streams for it this weekend compared to normal. Oh, you know, by this weekend, I mean this week. Yeah, this weekend. This current weekend's basically over, so you know what I mean. Anyways, other than that, there is another thing that's actually happening. So our offers are going to be updated. There are several new ones that are going to be available here. We don't know the gem cost for them currently. However, you'll be able to start getting niches here. Free to play will be able to get Anus and the epic ones, which I think were originally under this paid lock thing. We'll be able to go get Forge Scrolls, and I think that was it. And by Forge Scrolls, I mean the ones that are used to upgrade your weapons. The only thing we don't currently know is if the ratios of how many gems they cost relative to what they are is going to be worth it. As far as a rough estimate, if the Forge Scrolls are 100 gems or less, they're probably okay, especially if they're under 100 gems. If they're over 100 gems, it's probably not worth it unless you just needed a very, very small amount to finish out a weapon. Otherwise, you're kind of overpaying for them compared to just getting them from an event. Aside from that, Anisha is, if it's 1,000 gems or less, it's auto-buy literally every time it appears. If it is 1,500 or less, it is situationally worth it depending on how many gems you have. Because I think even at 1,500, I'd still get it almost every single time. And aside from that, what was the other one? Oh yeah, they also had the legendary and epic ones for free to play. They said it would be like slightly higher for them, so I assume it won't be worth it because Anu at 500 was already questionable value, and the epic one definitely isn't worth it for 400. And both of them are going to be slightly higher than what it was before, so those two will not be worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much a rundown on those. I believe they didn't add any other than those. Anyways, so of course, we still have dungeons going on, the new dungeon format. We've been doing pretty average at them. Still no perfects. If we would have went the bottom path, we would have had 2 perfects by now. Anyways, hello Gimli, hello Cookie, hello Draco, hello Tyrion, hello Barbara, hello hello Jonian, hello Lester, hello Lisa, hello Roman, hello Andrew, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so will we hit a trap for the billing of time? Boom. Oh no, why do I keep getting ascending stairs? No, I want to go deeper. Do you wish to ascend? No. Stay. Okay, come on, no trap. Okay, good. Oh yeah, I forgot we have Diamond Day today still. Come on, no trap. No, we hit a trap. Ah, same as the other day. Interesting. I've actually had 2 days now that have been exactly the same. I had 2 days that were both the bottom 3 and 2 days that have been this entire square. Where this entire square was all safe. But, no, we got a trap there. Unfortunate. Should I just hit the other one? Nah. So, actually, this is the first time I get to see Diamantia. So, Diamantia, of course, is the main reward we're really looking to be able to get into the future. It is the main completionist thing for when you finally get all this Dragonite, like, months from now. And it's going to be very strong. Has Bone Storm at start of battle, has a decent score reduction, Gives a bunch of magic to all allies when matching skull gems, which I believe works even if it's in last slide. I should pay attention to this battle to see if it does. I am pretty sure it does. It has one of the strongest AoEs in the entire game, at least in general. If compared to like infinite looping and stuff like that, obviously not. But as far as like just sheer damage in a single cast, it's pretty insane. Because it does double based on its magic, plus it has the boost ratio from skulls. It also gets to convert 5 skulls to doom skulls, which isn't too relevant. However, there is a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by skulls, which has the same ratio as the other one, meaning it has a higher chance to extra turn compared to the other one. So if you have like 10 skulls on the board, it's a 40% chance, which honestly isn't too bad. At that point, it's kind of comparable to that other Shentang dragon, where you have a 50% chance on this ability. Of course, you won't always necessarily have that many skulls on the board, though there are situations where you'll have more than that on the board, or you might end up risking it. You just have to be careful. There's a bunch of extra turn ones. But anyways, overall, has a lot of potential to be really good. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, this is the first time we actually get to see it in a battle here, so let's go fight it. Oh yeah, I didn't see what the trap actually was. Hopefully it wasn't anything relevant. We'll find out in a second. But yeah, let me go deliberately give it a skull, because I want to see what happens here. Do you gain magic? So you currently have 14 magic. So I want to do this. Go for the skull. It does! Okay, I thought it would. I just wanted to double check. So it is like Zugoff, where even if it's not in first slot, it'll still trigger regardless of what position it's in. That is pretty good then. Because that means every single skull that ever occurs, every single thing on your team is gaining 2 magic, which is not a lot. But in a lot of situations where you're going to be using it, that will be enough to close the gap in many situations. So yeah, that just confirms that then. I had a feeling it already was, just wanted to make sure. But yes, it does still trigger regardless of position. We already knew this with all the other ones, because of course it would with color. However, we didn't know for sure with the skulls, but that definitely confirms that it does indeed work with the skulls. And it's pretty much kind of like how Zugoff functions in that regard. Also, what even was our trap? You have found a spike trap. Inflict 2 stacks of bleed. Oh, that's basically nothing. If anything, that's actually beneficial. That was the bleed one I was talking about earlier. Bleed and poison are theoretically positive stats effects, because you can use them for damage procs. So anything that has, you know, some kind of effect when you take HP damage, benefit a lot from being poisoned and bled. So, yeah, it's basically a positive stats effect. Unfortunately, it still counts as a trap, so it does not count as a perfect dungeon. But it is indeed beneficial, even though it doesn't actually allow us to get perfect dungeon. And anyways, I might as well take the final trap. There's no point not clicking at this point. And it was a Jinx trap. Gem masteries will become 0. I'm not sure if we've seen that one yet. So that doesn't really do much in the current state of the game, because there's so many alternative ways of accumulating mana that getting a surge off of 3 isn't really that needed. Because 5 auto surges, 4 can never surge, so it only affects when you take a 3. Anyways, so that's dungeon for today. Once again, we have failed. However, even if we do not get a perfect dungeon a single time, we will guarantee, as long as we keep getting the Dragonite, to have it in 3 days, which will be this Wednesday. So, worst comes to worst, we'll have it on Wednesday. Our first Dragon Egg. Otherwise, we'll have it a little bit earlier if we can actually finally get a perfect one. Anyways, so, where were we? Let's go do... so we finished out all the events, right? I guess theoretically we should probably do our dungeon battles here. Oh yeah, I was going to switch into a different team. Let me go to like a Chalcedony team, because the other one's starting to fall off a bit. Let's do our little bit of a deeper team and run it with like Stone Slicer, Chalcedony. Also, hopefully Stone Slicer will be available again. It's from Drakzoom. It feels like we... gosh, Drakzoom has like the least amount of troops of any kingdom. It's at like, what even is it? Not the absolute lowest, but it's pretty low. It's at, what, 15? So that brings it to... well, it's not the lowest. Actually, oddly enough, the absolute lowest is Helcrag then, which is only at a 9-star level. Because it didn't even get a 20th. Like, even Nexus ended up getting a 20th. I think it's on 12-star right now, yeah. Which means 22, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, let's go and do dungeons real quick. We'll go throw this down, throw that down, throw that down. And should be good to go. Replace our previous team for Chalcedony Iron Gut. And there we go. Jinx, Deathmark, and Silence are some of the worst traps. I don't know, Jinx I don't feel like is that bad. The absolute most annoying is definitely Deathmark. Deathmark and Silence are definitely super ultra annoying. It's one of the reasons why I was carrying... I didn't for that team because I was just doing whatever we had set already. But it's one of the reasons I was actually carrying with us the Cleanse mechanic. Because that one Orpheus troop is probably going to be advised once you start reaching the deeper ones. Because there are some traps that really, really mess you up. But yeah, I think personally the 3 most annoying, or at least that I've seen so far, is Silence, Deathmark, and the one that reduces your stats by 20%. This won't matter at the current level that we're at. However, 20% stat reduction when we're at level 20, you know, max level Delve, is going to be a little annoying because it will actually matter there. Like, obviously, everything's so weak right now that it doesn't matter. But we will eventually get deep enough where they're kind of like Explore 12 or Dungeon level durability. And having 20% less stats will make a lot bigger of a difference. Especially if you're using something that isn't already auto-kill. Because then you're doing less damage to them as well. Whereas auto-kills would still auto-kill. How about the one that removes gem masteries? Oh no, I don't feel like the gem mastery one's that bad. Because all that does is make it so you can't mana surge on 3s. You can still mana accumulate through every other method. As well as destroy and explode, still giving the full amount of mana. Because there's a lot of ways to accumulate mana now without ever getting a surge on 3. Also, you still have a 100% chance to surge when you take a 5. It only prevents you from surging on 3. So, like, for example, something like what we're running right now would not be affected at all by having 0 mastery. Because whenever we take 5 times, we still get the full amount of mana. And the most annoying trap is any trap, pretty much. That is very true. That is not incorrect. But yeah, let's go pull it. We pulled it the other night, but now that we're starting to get a little bit closer to actually getting it. Have you gotten a perfect dungeon yet? Have you gotten a perfect dungeon yet for extra Dragonite? Yes, once. Yes, multiple times. Which is insane. No. 0 times. There we go. Also, has anyone actually gotten it 3 times? I'm not putting an option here because I feel like that's almost no one. No, it is theoretically possible. I'm just gonna keep the multiple one there. Is there still at 0? You get a perfect dungeon on patch day? Nice. But it didn't occur because he... Oh, that's weird. So it let you do the battles, but it wouldn't let you claim the loot. Because you already did the dungeons earlier. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes with some patches it's beneficial to do the dailies beforehand. Other times it's not. There's pretty much no consistency to really know between patches. Luckily in my case I never do. Because, you know, we do it during the nightly stream, so the patch normally hits by the start of the stream. Though there have been times where not doing the dailies was actually detrimental. Like, there was, like, one time where it made Guild Wars harder and stuff like that. But this was one time where it actually was technically more beneficial to have had it not completed. Because then you got 1 extra day of dungeons. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Bill. Hello, who else hello to? Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, Lester and Eliza. Welcome, welcome. Interestingly, stun happens after the Empower trait effect. That makes sense. It probably goes from top left to bottom right and then does the effect. So yeah, all traits would then trigger beforehand. Also, so there is a stun one. I haven't actually seen the stun one yet. I've seen the curse one. But yeah, that was my concern and one of the reasons I wanted to run the other thing. Because Voice of Orpheus has the benefit of not being able to be countered by any 2 traps. It doesn't matter if you get cursed stun, because you can still do it off ability. It doesn't matter if you get silence cursed, because you can still do it off a trait. It is impossible for any combination of 2 traps to completely disable the cleansing power of Orpheus. It is the only troop in the game that is currently like that. Where it doesn't matter what 2 traps you get, it will 100% consistently always be able to hard counter. It might not be the quickest option for everything, but there isn't a single double trap combination where it would not work. Means, hey, Orpheus has a use again, other than like ever so occasionally as a utility troop in Guild War. Because it's the most consistent way to make sure any combination of traps don't do anything to you on a dungeon day. Also, I am aware that doesn't kill. I'm just doing it for the extra turn poke. Because everything else had it immune to Devour at that point. Oh, hello, Barbara! Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Bear. What did I miss? Hope all of you have had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Mine is still healing. I've actually been slightly in pain from how hard I hit the toe the other day. Like, I can still barely walk from it. It's actually kind of funny. Like, it pretty much looks like entirely like pinkish red. Oh, it's healing though. It'll be fine in like a few days. I saw that, Ricardo. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest I've ever actually jabbed my toe. Because normally that goes away a lot quicker. Oh, Aaron gets almost at max stats. Not quite. Even if he gets Devour on everything, he won't be able to until we get a little bit deeper. Which we won't be able to do. Actually, how far can we actually get off the free rewards here? Pretty sure we can get to stage 14 or so. Which hopefully we can, because it's an extra orb. The only thing we'd miss out on is the double orb at the end and the title. Which isn't really much loot we're missing out on. Because the title is like, what, 25 gems? And 2 orbs is 2 orbs. But hey, we can just open a few Volkies and get 2 orbs. Tyrion. Oh, did I not say hello to Isabel? Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. Wait, did I not say hello to Isabel? I thought I did. Like, we were playing together earlier today as well. Let's see. I arrived late. All good. Hope the weekend's been well. Yeah, Isabel is similar to Bill, where if it's like not right at the beginning of the stream, because they're always like so consistently there. I always forget. I'm pretty sure there's always at least one person every stream who I forget. Sorry about that, though. And there's probably at least one person every stream who I say hello to like 2 or 3 times. Because my brain is so bad at keeping track of it. Especially when we do 2 streams in a day. Because normally my brain for it resets per day. So if I do 2 streams in a day, it gets very confused. Let's see. I'll throw that down. Also, I'll play the Mythic in the next campaign thing. He's actually good. I haven't seen it yet. At this point, I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. Because whatever it says in-game is going to be what's likely going to release us. Because they have tweaked them last minute before. Oh no, I should have hit it with the other thing so I could have iron gutted. Oh well, got back up. Did I do a stream earlier today? No. Nope. No stream earlier today. I'm not sure what we're going to stream next week. I am going to be doing Gems of War Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, though. Because I do want to get some Vault event in. Like, even more than normal, just to make sure we have enough for the new dragon mechanic. Because now we actually need to farm some gems. And, well, obviously we have quite a bit of reserve, but I definitely want to make sure we don't run even remotely low. Though in all fairness, we have plenty. Also, I'm even going to use glory keys when we go for the mythic this Friday. It's a pretty bad mythic. However, the reason for the glory keys is because of the gems. You get gems in glory keys, but you don't get any gems in gem keys. Also, hello, Bill Warhammer. Welcome to current time. Delves are the worst part of the game now because you have all delves to Pure Faction 500 deathless, and it's not fun anymore unless it's new. Oh yeah, it's why I don't do the daily delves. If you finally got to the point where you have them done, I would just stop doing them. That's why I did. Because their payout's really bad, otherwise. Like, as you're progressing, their payout's, like, not bad. But once you finally finish every delve, you can pretty much just ignore delves exist until new ones come around. Which don't happen that often unless we get a new kingdom. Because aside from Tuesday delves, it's the only other time I really do them. When we have a weekend delve event, like right now when we get to new deep delves. As well as the Tuesday ones, just for a little bit of loot. Oh no, I forgot. They all have stealthy. I was gonna go poke the other one and then devour one of the others, but I forgot they all have stealthy, so I can't. Whoops. I'm so used to Bandit not having stealthy as well. There's a lot of people have it untraded. He's technically stronger on hero when it's not. Tomorrow's troop still isn't updated in Terran's World, really? It is on the official Gems of War website, if nothing else. Yeah, there's a few things not updated on Terran's World yet. I'm not sure why. If nothing else, we'll be able to see quite a few things as of tomorrow in-game. Because we'll see everything through the pass. And obviously that doesn't show everything that's happening, but it shows us all the kingdom weeks. It shows us all the troops in the pass, stuff like that. Because there's a weird mechanic that you can actually see what every single kingdom typing will be per week by looking at that one menu where the thing upgrades. And the reason for that is the background for each one is what week it's going to be. So if you simply just look at what background is and you just know which one that is, just off of that, then you can actually determine based on that alone what every single kingdom week's going to be. Even if Terran's World didn't have it up. It's one of the few ways they actually added to be able to see ahead in game. But it requires you to know every single background for every kingdom. Because it doesn't actually say the word like, hey, it'll be this week. It just shows the backgrounds. You're still convinced there was no event this weekend? Yeah, I didn't even bother getting the troop. Mostly because I want to save the gems. We'll be able to in about 6 weeks from now. It's not even really needed for the kingdom upgrade either. Because we're getting the next mythic this Friday is for Whitehelm. So if you want a 24 star for the tribute chance, you're already going to get it as long as you get the next mythic. So there was even less of a need to get the troop. The only thing that that troop allows you to do early is 2,000 gold per day. But honestly, 2,000 gold per day to have that, like, let's say, what, 50 days early? Let's even say 60 days early. It's only 120,000 gold. Which isn't really that much. I think it definitely adds up. But, something like 710 gems is definitely not worth 120,000 gold. That is for sure. Yeah, most people who've been playing the game for a while pretty much know most of the backgrounds. I still confuse a few of them. But for the most part, I know all the backgrounds. At least the kingdom ones anyway. Some of the faction ones trip me up sometimes. Also because you don't really need to know them for any reason. Like sometimes when I make a thumbnail, it's like, wait, is this one for this faction or the other one? But the kingdom ones are a little bit more noteworthy. You just pulled a power and a major blue. Nice. Oh, yeah, we will be opening some vault keys in a little bit. As soon as we finish out dungeon, we'll hand out the code and then probably run vault keys for most of the rest of the stream. Oh, whoops. Oh, wait. Yeah, I could have hit first slot, though. Whoops. At this point, we're just damage pressuring with it. Which is fine. He's doing, like, what, 80-something? Yeah. Which that is enough. Anything that gets it killed. And doing it for the final hit there is slightly quicker since we don't have to wait for the board to clear. Gems of War trivia. There actually is a trivia thing on the Gems of War database. I'm not sure if they've updated it recently. I'm pretty sure I'd be really bad at it because quite a few of it's like really old meta unless they've updated it. Which they might have updated it. But there's literally a trivia website. I'm not sure if it'll work on this browser thing though. But gowdb.com. If I could ever get a G. Let's see. Alright, page is slightly broken, but let's hope it's working enough to do what we need. Let's see, where's the trivia? Let's see, quiz. Let's go fail this quiz. Let's see, how many questions are there? Let's go fail this 20-second quiz. Let's see. Which troop comes from the Kingdom of Sunken Fleets? Crabman. Beetleblade? No. Crabman. Why does Beetleblade somewhat sound correct? What troop is of Damon Naga? Merlif. What troop is this? Now is the hour of our, oh gosh, I don't know most of the flavor text ones. Now is the hour of our, what is that word? Malcontent? Probably Malcondessa, based on the similarity of the prefix. Which troop can summon or transform itself or another troop as part of its spell? No. I can't remember. Definitely not Infernus. Dark Dryad. Sounds correct. I don't remember what Bonebinder does. What is Ogre's base rarity? Common. Which troop is considered to be a defender? Skeleton? Oh, this one. That's a good question. Probably Golem? Probably Golem. Which troop can decrease stats of another troop, excluding normal damage as part of its spell? Quasit. Which kingdom is the class of Stormcaller? Stormcaller is Suncrest. Not Suncrest. Yeah, Suncrest. Which kingdom's banner? I was figuring out the thing's name for a second. Anyways, which kingdom's banner is pictured below? That is +2 green, +1 purple, -1 blue. That is Bright Forest, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, all three. Actually, that's super easy. All three of those are yeah, that's definitely Bright Forest. Which arcane trait stone can be found in Bright Forest? Well, you literally just told me right there, so it's, oh, but it's the name. I think it's Stealth. It's green-purple. We already know that. But I'm not sure if green-purple is Venom or Stealth. I want to say Stealth. Though it could be Venom. I actually don't remember. It's definitely not Deeper Rage. Which troop? Because I don't memorize those based on their thing. I just memorize them based on their color and where they're located. Like, Bright Forest is obviously green-purple. But I can't remember its name. Which troop does true damage as part of its spell? We have ourselves the Goblin Shaman, Lupina Knights. Does Lupina Knight? No. Emperor Corvash, obviously. What is the name of the Miststalker spell? Not the slightest clue what any other names are. Miststalker. Breath of Life, Finger of Death, Mist Strike. Sounds the most correct. And Draw the Emperor. Actually, oh gosh, it is actually updated to some of the newer stuff. Draw the Emperor is pretty decent. You know, that was like a year or so ago, but still. In which kingdom can you find the Arcane Blade trait stone? I believe that's blue-yellow, which means Sword's Edge. I'm pretty sure that's blue-yellow. And if it is blue-yellow, Sword's Edge. Which troop has the traits Invention? Mekatar, Jewel Gnome, Enraged Carandera, or Prince Azquella? That's a hard one. I think it's Mekatar? Because that's the one that I believe gives you like 2 armor when you take a thing. So mechs would generally have it. Which troop has a base rarity of a mythic? The War. What mana colors does Draculus use? Green? Green. Well, we already know what this is without even looking at these answers. It's green, red, blue. So just look for that. There it is. Green, red, blue. Though not in that order. Which class comes from the Kingdom Divinian Fields? The priest class. Oh, sorry, Divinian Fields. I mean Oracle class. I saw Divine and it was like, oh yeah, priest. Because the priest is the only divine class. But yeah, Divinian Fields is Oracle. Because that's the gosh, what did it call? Centaur one. Which troop can create a barrier as part of its spell? Silver Maiden? Dark Monolith. What does Dark Monolith even do again? Honor, no. Solar? Can't remember what that does either. I'm pretty sure it's the Silver Maiden. Because isn't that the one, that one blue-purple that does like board control with a bunch of life and gains a barrier? Anyways, what is the name of one of the Silent One's traits? Curse of Madness, Siege Breaker, Arcane Resistance, and Silence. Definitely Silence. That's well, that's such an easy one. Let's see. Which kingdom shield is pictured below? Okay, that's definitely a Underworld one. That'd have to be Tinkertown, right? Oh, wait. Is that Nexus? Wait. Is that Nexus? It has to be Nexus. It's definitely not Tinkertown. Yeah, that's Nexus. I knew it was one of the newer ones because it was either Underworld or newer because it's not that recognizable. Yeah, that's definitely Nexus. You can tell from the elemental thingy. Because Tinkertown has like that one with like the hammer thingies. Anyways, let's see how we did. Let's see how badly I failed. I'm pretty sure you guys in chat already said like all the correct answers. But let's see what it came out to. Check answers. We got a... Oh, we missed two. Aw. Okay, it was Bone Biter here. It was Bone Biter for that one. And yeah, I forgot the name of this one. It was Arcane Venom. So we knew the toss-up between those two. I just clicked the wrong one. Because we knew it was one of those two and clicked wrong. And we knew it was one of these two and clicked wrong. Because I don't know the name of all the trait stones, so I know some of them. Like, we got the Arcane Blade one correct. And the other one was... I just forgot what both of them do. They're really unmeta troops that are barely ever used. Yeah, otherwise we did good. Anyways, why did we do that? I have no clue. I got brought up somewhere in chat, and I got very distracted. Anyways, I should hand out a code. For our passing grade, we shall hand out a code. Anyways, here you guys go. I'm generally pretty decent at multiple choice things. Even if I have no clue what any of the answers are. There's a lot of weird strategy you can do for multiple choice. And while I'm a bit rusty on it from not being in school or college for so long, there's a lot of cheesy strategies you could do. Like, even if you know absolutely nothing on the content matter. Let's see. But there you guys go. There's a redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code will be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is we put in for invite code. Redeem codes are right over there in chats. Copy paste random numbers and letters starting with AD. And you give the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways, back to actually playing the game. And our little quiz is over. Our little trivia quiz. Anyways, what did I miss in chat during that time? But, yeah, someone brought something up that made me go think of that. And then we did a whole tangent on it. But anyways, let's go finish this. And then we'll go mess with the other things and then open some vault keys. You joined a new guild? Nice. Hope all's been going well with it. I have no problem for the code. It was you who brought it up. I don't know, I think it was a fun tangent. We don't do it too often. It's a fun little quiz. And it's randomized too. Like, if you go back there, it'll be a different quiz. I'm not sure how many different questions it has overall. However, I'm pretty sure it is pretty high, like the number of questions that it has. I'm not sure how it's generating them or pulling them from. But quite a bit of it's actually updated to current content too. Because something like Nexus, that was like, what, 9 months ago? So a lot of pretty recent stuff as well. Just random trivia on the game. You spent all your resources on the Merlantis and couldn't get to 2 mythics at all. Well, definitely skip on this next mythic, because this next mythic is really bad. I wouldn't say it's the worst mythic in the game, but it's pretty far down there. It's one of the more skippable ones we've had for a while. We'll still be getting it and covering it, though. So it is pretty bad. Oh, I forgot to click the other thing. Oh, please actually kill it. There we go. It's like the game doesn't want you to have mythics for some reason. It happens sometimes. We went ultra dry on one of those mythics recently. Or we went like 4 times over odds or something. What was that one? It took us over 5,000 gem keys. It was insane. It was like 2 mythics ago, I believe. Yeah, we never were that unlucky on one. But it happens ever so occasionally. Also, it was off stream, but when we opened some event keys this Monday, we actually got a mythic within 100 keys. But then something like one of those recent ones took us over 5,000. It was off stream, but we got a copy of our 4th copy of the... I cannot remember his name. Undyne. We got our 4th copy of Undyne off stream on Monday when I was opening some event keys to go get the legends. Because we got that 50% mana start merfolk thing. $1,500 is too bad. Why does people say it's too many? For what? But yeah, 1,500. If you mean 1,500 gem keys or event keys, that's not too bad overall. Like that's slightly over odds, but not that bad overall. So when you start getting like triple over odds, is when it starts to hurt. Like 3,000 plus. Because even under 2,000 isn't too bad. But anything beyond that's starting to get into the bad category. So it looks like we can get to 200, which oddly enough is almost enough to finish this. Also, hello Nocti, welcome, welcome. And no problem. Also, hello Supernova, if I didn't already say hi. Hope everyone's weekend has been well. Oh, you meant trophies. Oh yeah, 1,500 trophies isn't that bad. Like, I'm pretty sure I hit 1,000 each week without even trying. Like, right now, I'm pretty sure we're slightly over 1,000. Even though we haven't even played that much this week. Though next week we definitely will be because of the Vault weekends. We'll probably hit 1,000 in a single day. But, what are we currently at? Let me check. Where do I check that again? Guild. Also, where are we these days? We are currently in 20th place. Oh gosh, they went super far ahead. Wow. Are they on their grind? But we were able to take 20th. I think we were like 21st or 22nd earlier. So we have reclaimed 20th. Looks like Big Boom and us are fighting for it. Yeah, look, they got quite the lead. Gosh, look at that gap. It's almost a whole million at that point. Do you ever almost hit the 10 million milestone? Who knows? Maybe we will next week. It's a Vault weekend, so we're going to get a lot of crowns. But anyways, I mean a lot of trophies. But yeah, we hit like 1,000 something. That seems about normal. Like, I hit 1,000 every week without even trying to hit 1,000 every week. It just kind of happens. But it's pretty easy to do. I would say it starts getting hard if you're aiming for like 3,000 plus. Definitely if you're aiming for like over 10,000 plus. Because realistically, it's pretty easy to farm 1,000 crowns in a day if you were actively trying to. Even more so than that. You just have to actively be trying to. Yeah, we're going to get pretty high next week for the Vault weekends. As I will be grinding it on all 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think we're going to start at noon and just kind of do it until like the nightly stream would normally occur. And just make like a day out of it for the 3 days. Because we haven't really power grinded a Vault event for a while. I want to hit 1,000 I want to hit 1,000 keys this weekend. We're going to be doing it almost entirely from scratch as well. Or at least close to 1,000 keys. Maybe not necessarily exactly 1,000, but pretty good number of them. Oh, did I say crowns? You know what I meant. I meant trophies. I was thinking crowns because of the battle pass thingy. So I'm so used to saying crowns for those because we just had that system 2 weeks ago. They're both a similar resource. Not really. Trophies are pretty useless in the current state of the game. They're pretty much literally just for guild rankings. And that's it. Though I believe we get a new background at 10 million. Can't remember which one it is. Because it's kind of funny. The only thing that really high trophy numbers do is it lets you use more of the backgrounds that are available. And at 10 million, I do believe we unlock another one. You normally can't check them unless you're, I think the highest 2 ranks within the guild. It's either highest 2 or highest 3, I can't remember. The guild leader, the rank below that, and maybe the rank below that. But definitely guild leader and the rank below that can. If I go click on guild and then admin, and then click over to backgrounds. If for whatever reason, it doesn't show the trophy numbers here anymore. But like this magma run right here should unlock at 10 million. It used to also tell you how many trophies, though it seems to be kind of glitched on this page. As well as whatever on Earth's happening here. However, yeah, we should get another one at 10 million. Which should be whatever one this was. I actually completely forget. It's one of the Underworld ones, obviously. If I had to guess, it's probably that one right in the middle. That one lava one, this one right here. The Fire Rift. I'm pretty sure that's Fire Rift's backgrounds. If I had to guess. Pretty sure it's Fire Rift. Anyways, there's a redeem code we handed out earlier. Anyways, did we finish all the dungeon yet? Oh, sorry, not dungeon. I meant the other dungeon. The faction, I meant. No, we did not. Let's go finish this out. We still have one more after that. And I'll go open some vault keys. I don't know, personally, I do like Guild Wars. I know some people absolutely despise Guild War. I still find it fun, though. I feel like the current frequency of it is fine for Guild Wars to exist. When it used to be every single week, it did get pretty tiring. But once every 4 weeks isn't bad. Hello, Daddy Shark. Welcome, welcome. I just wish the payout for it was better. Like, unless you're in bracket 1, you get pretty much no payout for doing Guild Wars. Which I think is one of the biggest issues Guild War has. Like many things in the game. Is more so the payout for it isn't updated to the current state of the game that well. I just realized I probably shouldn't be hitting first slot here. Because it's the only thing on the team I could devour. Got your third perfect run today? Really? Wow. I was joking about that earlier when I was making the poll. That I wasn't going to make an option for 3+. But I'm pretty sure someone out there probably already did. But yep, you are that someone. Very nice. I would have had it twice by now if I went for cube. Or if I went for bottom 3. You got the game Tarlin. I'm not sure which color one that is. Because I actually don't know any of their names. Oh, never mind. The Gartenarian. That should be brown. Duh. I forgot. They're all based on the gemstone. So yeah, that's Garnet. I just mispronounced it so badly. But yeah, Garnet should be brown. Because you could tell based on what gemstone it is. Because we figured that out when we were looking at them in spoilers before they even had their colors. We figured out what each of the 7 were for. Because it's very obviously each one is going to go to a color in a skull for diamond. But yeah, the weird ones that were like out of place is like Garnet for brown, Amethyst for purple, and what was the other one? There was like one other weird named one. Let me see real quick. Which I could do it from this menu since we already just completed out that one. Let's see. What was the other one? Yeah, Garnet for brown. Oh yeah, I forgot. It only shows me based on what we can use for the thing. Unknowns. Yeah, so purple is Amethyst, Emerald, Garnet for brown, Ruby for red, Sapphire for sapphire. Oh yeah, I don't know. Was Topaz? Yeah, I did guess this one correctly for earlier. Are Topazes normally yellow? I guess they are. I'm not sure what I normally think Topazes look like. but apparently yellow. Anyways, I'm pretty sure topazes do come in different colors than just yellow. I don't know, what does Google say? Topaz color. Yeah, topazes come in different colors. That's what I thought. Because that's not one that's necessarily strictly yellow. Though it can be. Because topazes come in a lot of different colors. Unlike something like a sapphire that's blue, emerald, green, you know. More generic-y ones. Anyways, I believe we have one more floor, right? Let's go do that one floor. Yeah, a couple of them have some pretty good synergies. Like the purple one with Rao, the brown one with Angry Mob, stuff like that. But each one of them does have their own unique viability. We'll have to have them and mess around with them. But the ones that can be used with a really overpowered destroy troop. So, red, green, brown, purple. Those. Because red has access to Merilith and Angry Mob. Green has access to Leprechaun. Purple has, as well as, what's his name? That one green troop that destroys a bunch. I cannot remember his name. But there's that one. The one with Entangle and all that. There's the red has Angry Mob and Merilith. Brown has Angry Mob. Purple obviously has Leprechaun and most importantly Thrall. There are red emeralds, really? Though emerald is one of those ones that, like, you say emerald, the first things you think is green. Kind of like ruby red. Like, even if there are different colors of it, it's one of those where you, like, really immediately think of a color. Whereas when someone says topaz, I don't immediately think yellow. I don't immediately think any color. It's one of those where it's like, it might be slightly more that color, but has such a wide color range. Kind of like how there's diamonds that aren't white. But, you know, if you say diamond, you're generally referring to, like, a nice clear white diamonds. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, isn't the month of November the birthstone a yellow topaz? It's funny. Oh, I should have killed him in case he got revive. And that's why. Why did I do that in such a weird order? I did this whole battle in such a weird order. It's based on Diablo 2 gem colors. Gosh, I haven't played Diablo 2 in such a long time. I played it when I was a kid. I didn't bother playing the remake. Did I ever bother fixing the remake? I heard it had a lot of issues initially. I kind of stopped with Blizzard games after they completely destroyed Warcraft 3 Reforged. Because that was one of my favorite games of all times. And they literally made it worse. And you can't even play the old version anymore. Well, you can, but you can never connect it to the internet. You have to do some kind of really weird workaround. Let's see. You just got 2 Orbs of Powers from 20 Volkies. Nice, congrats. Just in time for when power orbs turn useless, I know, right? Yeah, they really need something to use power orbs on. I still don't understand why they added a 1% chance to get them from majors, yet added no way to actually utilize them. Like, it seemed like at that point they were going to add a new way to use them every year. And now it's been a little over 2 years and they still have added no way to use them. Which is almost 3 years, right? Because I'm pretty sure that was that 2019? Maybe it was 2020. Can't remember if it was pre-pandemic or during the pandemic. But, it's been at least a year and a half. It's either been 2.5 or 1.5 years, I can't remember. I think it's 1.5. I think it was 2020. To start using them to max all the new troops? No, I would never do that. I would collect 100 of them before I would do that. I would craft 4 Zugofs and 4 Enraged Caranderas before I would do that. More so just to troll people with it on the defense team. Also because it would be funny if there was ever a meta that used 3 Zugofs. It's definitely possible. It is theoretically possible that a troop will eventually exist that would make 3 Zugoff viable. It would have to be something that can feed things that are fully blocked very quickly, though. But it is not impossible that we eventually get an option that can make triple Zugoff viable. The quad Zugoff will never be good. And double Zugoff's already kind of average. I'm not a fan of it. It does work, though I'm not a fan of using it. Anyways, let's go clear out this real quick. We don't really have too much there, but we'll grab this and then I guess grab a few Vault Keys. I don't think we're going to do as many, but I do want to throw a few down. Get at least a couple in there. A little bit every day. Though during the Vault weekend, we won't be opening any because we're going to be farming as many keys as we could possibly get. Because I think that's what we're going to do this weekend. We're going to go from like noon to like 10-ish or so. To like almost like a 10-hour Vault key farm 3 days in a row. Because it's been a while since we went all out in a Vault event, and I kind of want to this time. I want to aim for 1,000. So it's not too big a deal if we don't hit 1,000. Because you have to keep in mind, we don't have any verses preemptively, so we have to farm all the verses manually. Which means we won't be able to get as many down. Oh no, let's say we get like, what, 20-ish per each? Let's say it takes us an hour to farm 2. Let's say it's like 25 per each because of that. That would end up coming down to, trying to math. While also playing. Which is confusing my brain. Let's see, that's 25 per thingy, 2 of them per that, 50 per 2 hours. Which means... Wait, 50 per 2 hours? So that's like 40 hours. So it would be slightly shy of it, doing like 30-ish hours. But no, we'll see where we can go. Because that's assuming we get that low rate. Like, it is definitely possible that we get more than 2 verses per hour. And by 2 verses per hour, I mean 2 full sets. Like 2 Paloozas, I mean more so. So theoretically, it's just 2 verse 2s, because verse 2 is the main thing bottlenecking us. So if we get like 5 verse 2s in the hour, that's technically 5. That's like a whole hour, more than a whole hour of Palooza. So it really comes down to how many 2s we get. The mighty 2s. Othello presumed. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there are some troops that can already passively farm Zugoff. There's just none of them are super quick. Yeah, we got the Devil again. Getting some repeat tarot cards. We have not seen one of each in all the opening we've done. However, if we had no tarot cards, we'd now have about half of them. From our endeavors of just opening a few hundred of them, which honestly isn't that bad. Like, it's probably slightly annoying for free-to-play players to keep getting all of them. But it's definitely doable. I just wish there was a better way to target them. They did once come into Soul Forge where you could get a bunch of them. Not sure if they're ever going to do that again. They did that for like a week or two, about a year and a half ago. Yeah, I'm in a massive verse 2 shortages as well. Everyone's short on one. Or, you know, on one of the 4. Specifically on verse 1. But ours is definitely on 2. So if anyone else has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Ooh, we got a major orb. Oh, it's a very bad major orb. Unfortunate. I think we're gonna go open 20 keys tonight then. So we're like halfway through. Then we'll call it a wrap till next week. Another orange, 2 orange in a row. That's unfortunate. But we got a lot of things going on next week. I'll try to cover a video as early as I can on the weekly stuff. Hopefully tonight, otherwise tomorrow morning. I'll try to get it out tonight if I don't completely faint from exhaustion. Might even take a little preemptive nap. You've been farming Explore 1 for weeks, and no gnomes have crashed in. They should be occasionally. But of course, their rate is a lot lower when it's not a Vault event, but they should still be popping up here and there. Also, how on earth we 1 mana short and still have no way to get our mana? Like, there's not a single way on the board, or at least preemptively there wasn't previously. Oh, we got the smaller gem drop. It's something we need, but it's not the bigger one. We'll hand out an extra code if we do get one of those big drops. We'll be doing it based on if we get a 300 gem drop or a power. If either or happens, we've been doing it. And so far, almost every single night it's been happening. Actually, I think every single night it has, except this one. But who knows, maybe it'll still happen. But we're not opening as many this time. We'll do another 10. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the other 80. But then again, we're actually, maybe not, because tomorrow night we're going to be focusing primarily on doing the Chapter 1 tasks. The Chapter 1 tasks shouldn't take that long. Normally they're really quick. Because the ones earlier on in the week are a lot easier. Or, you know, earlier on in a 10-week cycle. Because those end up having less... Like, the amount of duration for every single one of them takes less time. Because they give you, like, lower level stuff, lower amounts, stuff like that. Things that are just generally easier to do time-wise. We got some gems there, not the big gem drop, though. Yeah, poor Explore 12. We've kind of abandoned it recently. We shall return, though. But we need to make up those gems for the other event. Oh wait, why did I not just take brown there? Could have done that on the previous turn and already won. Ooh, nice shiny blue. Ooh, gem key drop, nice. Also, I wish that gold was a higher amount. Particularly the souls. The souls is way too low. But even the gold feels like it could be a bit higher. Also, probably should have threw Leprechaun first, because now we're going to be in a situation where neither of them will get full mana. Because before the other thing would have full mana right now. Oh no, it didn't even surge! Also, I could have taken that brown, green-red there. That was done in a very weird order, but there we go. Ah, Curse Gnome. Hey, I found a Curse Gnome. Not the one we want to find, but a Curse Gnome nonetheless. Still a Curse Gnome. Just not the Curse Gnome, just a Curse Gnome. Copy of the Curse Gnome. Multiple times more useless than the actual thing. Unless you have no copies of it, in which case it's actually useful. But once you have a copy of it, it's basically useless. And technically you don't even need a copy of it. It's more so just for completionist sake. Because it doesn't actually give you any Kingdom Stars or anything. They did say in the past they were maybe considering doing something for Vaults. Or, you know, like a Vault Kingdom or something similar. They still haven't. That would actually be a pretty cool kingdom because it likely wouldn't be set up like the other kingdoms. It'd probably have some kind of different mechanic to it. It'd probably be a gold sink, as well as a resource sink for a lot of things, probably. That kingdom. It probably wouldn't be set up as a traditional kingdom if they ever did. Same as Apocalypse and a couple of those other ones. Like, they'd probably be set up as some kind of really weird kind of kingdom that doesn't function the same as other kingdoms. But I feel like there's a lot that you could do with a Vault Kingdom if you made it completely different how it functions. Because it could almost act like a shop of sorts, where you upgrade various things for other resources. Almost like a big converting thing for other resources. Not exactly like Soulforge, but, you know, I guess kind of similar premise. More so in a resource-based system. Anyways, tribute's ready. I think we shall end it there. Nice solid 25 tribute. And we're at, what is that now? 3,780 keys, which means this weekend we end up killing out 220 Vault keys. We still have 1.5 billion left, plus we're probably aiming for about another 1,000 this weekend. So we got a lot of Vault keys to open. Anyways, guys. Yeah, they were actually considering making the Apocalypse Kingdom part of Sinner Mirage, and they still haven't yet. I'm not sure if they ever will. That would make Sinner Mirage have a ridiculous amount of mythics, because I believe that would bring it to 7 mythics. Because Sinner Mirage currently has 1 or 2. And Apocalypse has 6, right? Actually, I forget. Is it 6 or 7? Wait, isn't it 7? No, it's... Wait, 5? I could have sworn it was 6. I thought there was another troop here. But anyways, yeah, it has the 4 horsemen plus Xenos. Or Zathinos. So that would bring Sinner Mirage to... What then? We do it based on base rarity. If it ever was to be combined, it would have 7 mythics. Oh yeah, that was what I was thinking about when I was saying 7. Yeah, that's what I meant. But it would have 7 total mythics. Interesting. Currently, the most any kingdom has, I believe, is 3. So Sinner Mirage having 7 would be kind of insane. But it'd be better than them doing nothing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be ending it here for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll mostly be going over all the Chapter 1 tasks and everything that next chapter has to offer. We will be covering a video tomorrow morning going over everything as well. Kind of going over the new offers, or as much as we kind of can, just kind of mentioning it. Going over the new campaign and, you know, all that stuff. And go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And as soon as we can, we'll go over everything for next week, as we have quite a few things going on. Plus, we still have the new Mythic going on next weekend. Vault event that will be grinding quite heavily, and all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and goodbye, everyone. Thanks.